Ever since I made that video 6 months ago about me drawing all the Forsaken killers and survivors in one video, they have added more survivors and killers. So guess what? I'm gonna be doing part 2, baby. Dusakar's real name is Matt Dusek. We know this from Shaletsky because whenever Shaletsky is talking to Dusakar, he always refers to him as Matt. Dusakar was a Roblox developer and admin like Shaletsky, and along with Builderman, they made Roblox the way it was. And since Dusakar and Shaletsky were always together, they found themselves confronting Shaletsky's creation. 1x1x1x1. And they didn't even stand a chance against 1x1. 1x1 killed Shaletsky in front of Dusakar, and in a rage, Dusakar tried his best to avenge his fallen friend, but ran away after being brutally injured. Dusakar eventually got tired and fell asleep, and when he awoke, he was in the world of Forsaken. You see, the Spectre, the person I mentioned in the last video, found that Dusakar was too powerful to trap him while he was awake, so he captured him when he was asleep. So that means 1x1 is more powerful than the Spectre because he almost took down Dusakar, and the Spectre couldn't even trap him while he was awake. Veronica. Veronica was an experimental helper robot for Roblox. Her full designation name is V33R401N337K. So basically her name just in like numbers and shit. The helper robot program was experimental and was never fully funded since no one really cared. Only 5 robots were ever made, Veronica being one of them. And eventually, the robots became dysfunctional and were put elsewhere. But Veronica escaped and began to learn how to skate and do graffiti because she wanted it to be more interesting, so people wanted her around. She found a group that she actually liked, and they liked her too. But they were reckless and did whatever they wanted. And Veronica leaned into that and became what she is today. No one knows how she was brought into the world of Forsaken, but if someone knows, please tell me in the comments, because I mean... Jane Doe. Jane Doe was the wife to John Doe, and they were happy for a while, but John Doe was corrupted from a code gone wrong and couldn't recognize his wife anymore. The Spectre actually made this code gone wrong, and his motive was for their relationship to end. John Doe was brought into the world of Forsaken first, and then Jane Doe. Jane Doe actually hid in the basement of the cabin, and whenever the player goes down there, she asks us to find 9 files for her collection of all the killer and survivor files. For her final tasks she has for us, it's for us to find the wedding ring, and when we find it and give it back to her, we get Jane Doe as a survivor. Guest 1666. Guest 1666 wasn't born into a monster, he was made into one. Everyone in his community never liked Guest 1666, was rumored to have connections with a hacker who had admin powers, and the community started to call him 666, the hacker's name. But then Guest 166 found a person who didn't care about none of that. Newt. Now, I didn't mention this in the last video, I don't know why, but the friendship started out innocent, parties, games, and genuine joy. But 1666 got more competitive and irritable due to the fact that his whole life, everyone treated him like a monster, and eventually, he became one. He started injecting himself with code gone wrong, kinda like what happened to John Doe, but this was intentional. The code made 1666 so messed up that he turned into this big scary monster and was trapped into the world of Forsaken. And in the cabin map, you can find notes from Noob that go along the lines of, "I'm sorry I couldn't help you, Sixer. I'm sorry I couldn't stop you." Nosferatu. Nosferatu is tied to an ancient vampire generation, like with Dracula and shit. He was originally from a book that people claim was haunted, and eventually was made into a movie in 1922, with his price on the shop being $1,922, a reference to the movie. The vampires had to drain Robloxians for food like regular vampires, but they had to do it secretly. But Nosferatu did it openly and eventually became prey himself to the vampires. And eventually one of the Spectre's agents approached Nosferatu and said he could have infinite desire with no cost. And he agreed and then was trapped into the world of Forsaken. There was a lot less survivors and killers from like last time I did this. So whenever they add more, I'll do another video about this. So goodbye, chicks.